Today I'm covering on how to pick up stitches on the selvage. Out of the three edges, the bind off, the cast on, and the selvage seems to be the one that causes the most problems, so that's one we'll cover. Because cast on and bind off edges, where you see the stitches running this way, alright, that's a very easy one to do because you're picking up one for one. For every stitch that's on the edge, you're picking up a stitch. So if you cast on 50 stitches, you would pick up 50 stitches. All right. The most important in all those three edges is that you always nail the one on the edge. All right. You don't want to start picking up stitches here because you're going to have this little knob sticking out here. So make sure you make your edge right, and it'll be nice and crisp, good corner. I've already started picking up some stitches here, but now we're talking about the selvage, and this is where the stitches run this way. Okay, this is the side of your work. It's not any harder, it's just takes a little practice. And remember, when you're picking up stitches, if you don't like the way it looks, the spacing, you can always, it's so easy right now to just go ahead and rip it out and start over because you don't have much invested. The tricks are to make sure that you stay in a consistent line. Okay, notice that there's this stitch here with both legs, and I always pick up on that side of that. I don't keep varying here. I stay on one line, so this will make this side look very crisp. You can see it follows all the way through. On the back side, when you're picking up on the edge, you are always going to get this little ridge, and that's normal. Don't worry about it. If you want less of a ridge, instead of picking up two legs like I pick up here, you would only pick up one leg, and you would stay on that line. Notice how that's a little further up on my work than this one here. I use a pick up two, skip one method, and I'll show you what we're doing. We're looking at the edge stitch, which is always a little funky, okay, but I'm going to go ahead and pick up both stitches, both legs of it. All right, but what I'm looking for is the hole underneath it. I'm going to point out some holes there. If I'm staying in this line of work here, here's my next hole, my next. Okay, those are each stitches at the end of the row. Okay, that gets a little funky there, but we'll deal with it. All right, so I've picked up one, and I'll pick up another one. That's my pick up two. I do it right. And now I would skip one. Instead of doing this one, I would go to the very next hole, which is kind of tiny, but we would do it. All right, so 1, 2, skip one. 1, 2, now we're going to the blue, and we'll skip the next blue one, which will be that hole there, and I'll go for this one. Okay. I find this 2-to-1 ratio works pretty well on all sizes of yarn. Okay. What you want to do is the other way on the front. Of course, this is the most important side, and I always work, whenever I'm picking up stitches, I always pick up from the right side, with the right side facing me. The most important thing is to stay in the line. Okay, that'll give your front edge a very nice crisp border on it. The second thing is I always look at my stitches. I'll hold them out like this and see how I'm doing. If you get them where there's so many of them like that, you've probably cast on too many. Okay, and what's going to happen is you're going to get a ruffled edge, and that's why we have to miss. Don't pick up all of them, or you'll pick up too many. They should be spaced out, kind of like when you're looking at your regular knitting. Okay, sometimes you'll see a little gappy like that. If you're not happy with that, you can go back, but honestly, that'll come out in the wash. When you notice how I'm doing it like this, and when I'm knitting my garter border, that's going to look fine. So see how these are all coming along? These look pretty good. And that is all there is to it. You would work till the other end, and make sure you nail the corner on that end as well, and you're ready to knit. It's that easy. Thank you.